Hi, this is Rick with Bestop. I'm here to show everybody how to change the fabric on a JK header, whether it's the OEM or the aftermarket style. You might need to do this if you were replacing a top from a Bestop replacement top, or if you had to service something was damaged and we sent you something to replace. The tools you're going to need are a screwdriver with a flat driver style, a roll of masking tape, and a power drill with a Phillips bit. First step you're going to do is use the power drill to remove all of the screws that hold the fabric to the header. There's two on each side of the underneath. Set those aside to be reused later. Turn the header over. It gives you access to all the screws that hold everything together on top. There's a lot of these screws, so I hope you're patient. Once you take all the screws off, the header upper will lift right off and give you access to remove the fabric. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks on how to make this go back together much easier than you might expect otherwise. If you have some masking tape, if your header came with the plastic rubber trim on the front, you can use that masking tape to hold it in place. We're also going to use the masking tape to tape in the fabric into the retainer channel so when you screw it back together, it stays in place. Put the fabric back in the channel. There's a small mark that is the center. You want to make sure the fabric is evenly placed across with that center. And a little trick is if you check the ends, you can line up the fabric to the rib in the header. So once you got the tape in place here to hold everything secure when you put the upper header back on, the tape's really nice because it lets you keep everything in place because you can't see what's going on after you got this in place. Now you're just going to put all your screws back in. So after you got all the screws in, you turn it over, and then you'll work on getting the outside ends tucked into place. So what we need to do now is get the fabric around the outside of the header. This is where the screwdriver comes in. It's a little helpful if you can jam this in there to spread it open so that it's easier to get in place. Put the screws through the fabric flap and then the metal stamping for the cable attachment, and then they'll screw right back down. After you turn it over, when you're all done, if you can see a stitch line from that cord that goes in the channel, that means it's not installed properly. You'll have to take it apart and do it again. Don't forget, use as much tape as you need. Nobody will see it when you're done. So if you're installing a Bestop Replace-A-top, whether it's on an OEM or an aftermarket header, it's going to work exactly the same way. The most important thing is remember some masking tape, a couple of screwdrivers. Be patient and take your time with all those screws. If you have any questions, give us a call.